What's going on, everyone, and welcome to a new video. In this video we're going to be talking about Sadhguru's claim about drinking milk or just taking milk from cows in general. For those of you who don't know, Sadhguru is, I would say, probably one of the most famous Indian yogis that is involved in spirituality and even education. Now, this might be a bit sensitive for those of you who really look up to Sadhguru, but you know what? I also actually enjoy some of his teachings and some of his videos. Nobody is perfect, so let's get into this.
My question is about milk. Milk is coming from the cows, which is a very torturous way.
How old are you?
I'm 32.
Too late for milk drinking.
So we can see that straight away Sadhguru starts making jokes before even letting her completely finish her sentence, which is not so nice, but let's continue.
Cows are getting tortured just to get the milk from them, and it's about their reproductive system, and we are dependent on the milk which should be given to her children, and this has been happening since ages, and also in the yogic system and in the temples. The milk is getting used for diyas and also for the linga. So I'm not sure how good it is. I sometimes I feel very bad about it.
I don't know where you saw diyas burning with milk. Anyway.
Made from the ghee,
all right.
made from the milk.
We're not even straight into the discussion, and we can see that he's really annoyed by her question. The way he shuts her up and just goes like, all right, like shut up. End of your question, I'm gonna start talking now, speaks for itself. And for those of you who didn't really understand the question, she's basically just raising awareness about what's happening to cows for humans to take their milk from them and give it to humans when the milk is actually intended for the baby of the cow, the cow.
It's better to slaughter them, not torture them, right?
Well, it's better to leave them the way they want to
Oh,
live.
that will not happen. The only other option is slaughter them. So we think it's better to milk them rather than slaughter them.
So straight away we have a logical fallacy here. Sadhguru is taking her question and completely reformulating it by claiming that whether or not it's better to slaughter them or milk them, which is definitely not what she was talking about. But let's see how he's gonna continue.
Well, it's better to leave them the way they want
Oh,
to live.
that will not happen.
She basically just said the third option, which is just leave them the way they are, to which he responded, that will not happen.
The only other option is slaughter them. So we think it's better to milk them rather than slaughter them. We think it's better to put them to work than to slaughter them. This is my understanding of cruelty. If your understanding of cruelty is milking the cow is very cruel, so we will kill the cow and eat it up.
What are you talking about?
Again, a straw man. She did not in any way say that milking is bad and therefore we should kill them.
That's exactly what will happen. Whatever your intentions are, that is exactly what will happen.
No, Sadhguru, that is not what will happen. There are cows all around the world in animal sanctuaries and in India where they can just live their lives without being subjected to human cruelty, without being slaughtered, just being themselves.
Yes or no? That's all that'll happen. So if you think that is more humane, just to slaughter them and eat them up, that's not my understanding of cruelty. My understanding of cruelty and compassion is, first thing is right to life.
If your understanding of compassion is that right to life, then that actually immediately makes you a vegan. If you want to walk the talk, of course, and if you don't want to be a hypocrite. Now, when you're claiming that the right to life is your understanding of compassion, are you aware that dairy cows are actually sent to slaughter when they can't produce milk anymore? And yes, even in India. And if they don't slaughter in India, they also ship them to other countries nearby and get them slaughtered there.
There is cruelty everywhere. You were sent to school, it's a bloody cruel place.
Question is, what does that have to do with this?
So school is cruel, therefore let's exploit cows. I really expected much more from this person.
But can you leave the children on the street and say, don't go to school? We have to put them through that cruelty because otherwise they will go and kill each other on the street.
Wait, what?
Alright, so we have to put kids in the schools, otherwise they will kill each other in the streets, which I honestly don't understand how that logic works. But let's say that is true. And he's applying this to cows. We should put the cows to work, in his words. We should milk them so that they, what? They don't go kill people? What?
We know certain things are cruel, but we still do it because the alternative is worse. First and foremost thing for every life is right to life.
The alternative of milking cows is not to slaughter them, as we said earlier, is to just leave them be and stop breeding them into existence.
After that, whether it should be milked or not, whether it should be worked or not, I'm sure the next thing is the bulls are drawing the cart. Some people are coming, activists are coming and saying, they're doing very cruel, these bulls are being treated very cruel, they're drawing the cart. Flat ground, put ball bearings, easy, brakes and everything so that it's not very hard on him, but he needs to work. If he doesn't work, we will just keep him and you will feed him. Such a thing won't work. So we will leave him. Where will he go? Straight to the slaughterhouse. Straight.
If you wouldn't feed cows, there's a lot of people who would take care of cows, and there's actually a lot of people who do take care of cows without making them work or putting them to work, in your words, and without sending them to slaughter. And also cows don't go to slaughterhouses. It's not like they take a field trip and they're like, alright, today let's go to the slaughterhouse. No, cows are taken to slaughterhouses against their will.
We want him to live, that's why we're making him work.
I mean, we're making them work because we want them to live? Like, is it that difficult to grasp the idea that you can help someone live without making them work? And what work? Breeding them into existence, sexually penetrating them, assaulting them, using their bodies so that they get babies and then taking the babies away, probably killing the babies in most countries. If in India it doesn't happen, they're still taken away from their mothers, and there's a lot of undercover investigation showing this. Then you milk them over and over again. Meanwhile, the mother is crying and looking for her babies. Then once she stops producing milk, you get her pregnant again. Is this the life of compassion?
If it's a male, we make him work that way. If it's a female, we milk her. It's good. Otherwise, you will not give them any chance to live. Anything that's not useful to human societies, have we allowed them to live? Are we in that kind of condition?
Alright, and this sentence here is what made me want to make a video of this. This so-called guru who goes around preaching compassion and love and justice and education and awareness and spirituality and peace is now claiming that we should harm them, we should exploit them, because in our society, if someone doesn't bring any good to the society, we don't let them live. What kind of a guru are you to not suggest that we should change this society? Doesn't even take being a guru to think of that.
Are you in that state of compassion that things which are not useful to you, every day you will feed it with your money and keep it alive?
Have you heard of animals who live with humans? Where people give them, with their money, food and shelter and make sure they're healthy? A lot of people do that already. To portray this act of goodwill as something impossible that no one would do is so ridiculous.
Are you in that state of compassion, I'm asking you? If you were like that, fantastic, I would bow down at your feet, okay? If you were like that. You are not like that, I know. I know you're not like that.
Now he's claiming that she isn't even that person, which he doesn't even know because he doesn't even know her. Sadhguru, by the way, has a net worth of $20 million.
$20 million.
You're telling me this guru who preaches compassion and love and peace with a net worth of $20 million can't afford giving food to cows? Now, I'm not saying he should do that. I'm just saying to claim that no one is like that when he actually has the ability to be like that is really, really messed up.
I know who I'm dealing with. So this kind of rubbish keeps coming up. this misplaced compassion without knowing the realities of how the world works.
The kind of rubbish keeps coming up because people look at you as someone who is compassionate and who understands that we should all work together to reduce suffering on this planet. That's why it keeps on coming up, at least to you.
This may sound cruel and absurd, but I want you to know this. Every other life values its life as much as you value yours.
Coming from the person who doesn't want to give up dairy.
Even an ant doesn't want to die. Yes or no? No, even an ant sees its life is as precious as yours. So if you don't milk the cow, it will go straight to the slaughterhouse. That's where it's going. That's where they're all going. Those who don't have milk, those who don't have the ability to work, that's where they're going. So,
Sadhguru himself admits that those who don't produce milk anymore, those who don't give you anything that you consider valuable, are sent to slaughter. Which means that even if you consume dairy, you are still sending them to slaughter. The only difference is that before sending them to slaughter, you are making them live a life full of suffering and exploitation. Well, there goes almost all my respect for Sadhguru, not only because of his ignorant stance on the subject, but also for his disrespectful and extremely arrogant behavior towards the person who asked the question. I am guessing that he is really sensitive about the subject because he actually doesn't want to take action and give up dairy and other animal products and walk the talk and start really practicing what he preaches. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if there's any other video that you would like me to comment on. If you want to support my work, check out my website or go to ethics-over-habits.com for vegan merchandise and zero waste products as well, all organic and ethically made. And I will ask you one more time to like and subscribe and leave a comment in the comment section below. And don't forget to click that notification button so that you are aware when new videos are uploaded. Again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.